Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Are you ready to work with Giro and Contragiro? Let's go. Before we go on, don't forget you can find me on my Instagram, yes, and I invite you to follow me, g.landeira. And don't forget that I'm also available on my page, Patreon/GL There's lots of videos and lots of my tango secrets in there. And then sponsor of today is the Fischladen in Prenzlauer Berg, Schönhausallee 128 Berlin, Prenzlauer Berg. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram, and thanks to them, this video is available for you for free. So, let's go. So, let's start with our Giro and Contragiro. Are we ready? Let's go. First of all, let's start with the followers role. Today we're going to work with turns. Important, there's already a link, yes, and you can find this video that was the first one with Giro and Lapis. There's a lot of information there, so please feel free to have a look at it. But let's go with this one right. So, first of all, let's start with the followers role and all the turning system. So we will start with an ocho, then a side step, and another ocho in the opposite direction of the previous one. That means, in the case, for example, I'm starting with a forward one, after we go to a side step, and after we go to a backwards ocho. Yes, important, all of these steps, yes, are going to be around in the same direction. Yes, so the idea is, if the leader's role will be here in between, I'm all the time turning around. And now we will use the forward ocho to change the direction and then keep on going with our turn in the opposite direction. Forwards ocho, and then we switch it. Yes? Important. Even if it's clockwise or anti-clockwise, I'm all the time facing forward. Yes, towards my partner. There we go. Make sure as a follower that the steps are not too big, also not too small, just a natural size. But also very important, all the time our intention is facing forward, towards him, yes? We want to avoid this kind of positions where the leader is there and we are, hey, yes? But all the time turning around him, yes? There we go, all the time we are facing towards the leader's role. So, leader's time. We're going to use the Lapis, but we're going to add something else. So, first of all, let's remember the Lapis idea. We go forward, then to the side, and then backwards. But now, instead of going to a parada, as we did in our first video, what we're going to do is, we're going to go directly to a cross backwards. After it, with the weight transfer, we will do exactly the same element, but with our right leg. A Lapis and a cross backwards. And this will be repeated as many times as you wish to continue doing this Giro and Contragiro element, yes? The last one, of course, we could close it with a parada if you wish. And one more time, just to practice it, a side step here as a leader, we can make a weight transfer, and then Lapis, cross backwards, and another Lapis, and another backwards cross, and there we go. And the last one, maybe, we close it with a parada position. Very nice. Before we continue, there's something else that we need to add between these two Lapises and weight transfer, that is a small pivot. That means that after the first Lapis and the cross backwards, there's going to be a small rotation, and then we will start with the next Lapis. After the Lapis, a small rotation, and then we will develop the next Lapis. Let's go together one more time. And together, now this time with the Lapis, but with the small rotation in between. Lapis here and cross backwards. Upper part rotates, and there we go. Cross backwards. Upper part rotates, and there we go. We could think that we are rotating around a quarter of a full turn, so around 90 degrees. We're facing there, now around 90 degrees, and then we start with the next Lapis. Upper part, and again, this 90 degrees. Are we ready to continue this training in couples? let's go for it. But before that, let's have a look at the video from our sponsor from today, the Fischladen in Prenzlauer Berg, Berlin. So, and Lord is already here, then let's start. So, we will start with a side step, and why not an Americana position. Then forward, side step, and here, and her backwards pivot is exactly where we will start with our Lapis and back cross. And now on her forwards ocho, we will invite the follower to change the direction. And that's exactly the moment where we will open the rotation until her next backwards ocho to start with the new element. Let's go one more time from 0. And one more time, side step here, Americana position, and then on the backwards pivot we start with the Lapis. On her forward we are crossing backwards. And then upper part rotates, and then next Lapis backwards, and one more time. And why not the last one? We close it with a parada position. Something very important, don't forget that what we were speaking at the beginning, yes, this idea that unload, even if it's on her backwards ocho position, side step, or forwards ocho position, all the time her intention is going towards me. It's very important, especially on the backwards ocho, that she doesn't go backwards and she remains holding forward. Even if you would like to start the turn without Americana position, on her backwards ocho, it's very important that she's always facing with her intention towards me. That's how we will create a stable turning system, yes? And then, important, with parada, without the parada, we can continue here. Then we go with the Lapis, and the backwards cross on her forwards ocho. We rotate the upper part, and here that's a very important moment. My upper part keeps on going, and that's when my lower part will rotate to give place to the next Lapis. And here is exactly the same. Upper part first, and there the lower part to close. And one more time. There we go. Challenge for today, not only from Americana position or directly from the backwards ocho, but first we could reach the cross system, yes, position, and then a cross backwards. And here we will go directly with the same element. And one more time, side step here, weight transfer, and we go directly to the cross. I cross backwards as a leader by the follower to the close-off embrace, and then we go with the Lapis. With parada or directly with the backwards cross. Both are really useful elements to link one turn and the other one. With parada or with the cross backwards. So we hope you enjoyed the class. Please let us know in the comments if there is something that maybe is not clear, we can discuss about it. And also something very important, don't forget that today's video is sponsored by the Fischladen in Prenzlauer Berg in Schönhausallee 128. Also, we are available in our Patreon page, GL Tango Argentino. And don't forget also to follow us on Instagram, g.landeira. So, see you next week.